Alright, fuck it. Since how it's been about a year that I had done my whole setup reveal or whatever the fuck, I decided I might as well do an update because a lot of shit has changed since then. One thing that has majorly changed is actually my PC. It's gotten a new case, a new motherboard, graphics card, more RAM. I am working on the CPU cooler right now, and then I'm also going to upgrade the CPU, which will then go ahead and change the motherboard and the RAM due to the fact that I'm switching to the new AMD 7000 series CPUs. So I would have to get a whole new fucking thing. But what happened to the old one is the power supply had like a short circuit or whatever the fuck. That power supply then gone ahead, died, and then it had also killed the motherboard. It had fried the motherboard completely. So I had to get a new motherboard. I'd gotten the power supply replaced. And for some reason, the RAM just refuses to go ahead and change color to white as I was trying to go for here. But, yeah, whatever. CPU, it either doesn't light or it lights up and won't change color. So that's great. I had upgraded from the 1650, or the Asus 1650 to a ROG Strix 3060. Not TI, just 3060. The case had been upgraded from the Musex something that came with pre-installed fans to the popular Height Y60 with Lee and Lee uni fans. There's none on the bottom as there's no glow. I might get some for the bottom, but even then, it would just bring a little bit of light, maybe a little bit of character into that. And I'm going to put that fucker in, like right here, just to kind of cover that mess back there. And I know it's not like the best cable management ever, but I tried. It took me a while. With the monitor, we've changed from the good old Samsung 24-inch curved gaming monitor, which all it was a regular HD monitor with 120 hertz. But we had upgraded from that to the 32-inch NZXT 32Q, which I had a whole unboxing here on the channel. One thing that we've also upgraded in here is the storage. It used to just have a 1 terabyte SSD, and now we have the 1 terabyte, a 2 terabyte SSD, and then actually, you know what? Here's a better place to see it. Hold on. Actually, shit, what am I doing? I can go here. So we have the 1 terabyte, the 2 terabyte, and then we have an 8 terabyte hard drive in there. So, which with usable storage, that is about 10 terabytes worth of storage, which is pretty good. Technically, it's 11, but like a whole terabyte total is not even usable. So there's that whole thing. And then here's even the specs for the computer, if you guys would like to check that out. But once again, CPU's being changed. The memory will still be G.Skill, but it'll be DDR5 instead of the 4. Then the motherboard is also the NZXT B550. At the time, it was the cheapest, and honestly, it don't look bad. It doesn't come with, lights and all that stuff. But honestly, it don't really matter because it works pretty good. I wish it just had a little more connection onto it. Then let's get to the mouse here. Here, let me unplug it. For some reason, the lights don't go on when it's plugged. So this is the SteelSeries. I can't remember the name. The SteelSeries, like Oris 9 or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It has 12 programmable buttons in it which if we go here into the storage, or not the storage, the kind of like the command center for SteelSeries products, if it would like to load. Why is everything so slow the moment I get to record? I don't understand that. But if you come into here, you can go ahead and change the lights to whatever the hell. I try to have mine set on blue, but for some reason it doesn't like to agree with me. And if you look up here, you could actually configure things so then, at least it's supposed to be when you turn it on and you go into a game. So like, let's say I want to go into Hogwarts, but the last thing I was using was Siege. It should go ahead and go from Siege, or the Siege configurations, to the Hogwarts, but it don't. And here's what I mean by configurations. So you could set up different keys so then you don't have to go ahead and move your fingers to that. You can just go ahead and just put your thumb there. It's really useful. Let me tell you, it's useful when it works. If you're mid-game and it doesn't switch, like on Siege, you have to close out the whole application. Or like Call of Duty, sometimes you have to change the application. Sometimes you just gotta play a couple matches before it starts. And then you have like games like Valorant and Hogwarts that just do it instantly. It's weird. And then with the second upgrade, we upgraded from the Logitech keyboard that I had gotten from Walmart to the Mount Everest Max keyboard, which is actually pretty cool because you have programmable buttons here, and then through their little app deal, you can actually change things. So like, for example, let's say I don't want to play on the blue keyboard and I want to change what those programs do. We can click on that, change it, and then it changes the programs, and it could change the lighting to whatever you set to. Granted, I couldn't really find a whole lot of use for this one, so that one just auto launches Valorant just in case I want to play it. The red one does DaVinci and all that stuff. You can program it to a lot of different things, but it's whatever. This screen here, and you could actually buy an attachment that goes on this side, and it does the same thing as these, but it has like an extra whole row or two of buttons. But just by twisting this dial, you can do that. You got your little media keys here. See how this don't have like a deal that tells you your caps lock is on and stuff? If just the lights there, just whatever. You also have a clock deal here. You can put the date and time. You could do a stopwatch. You could do a timer. And it doesn't make a sound. Like here, I'll show you the timer. It doesn't do a sound. It just kind of flashes. See? It just flashes. So I guess if you have good peripheral vision, it would work pretty well for you. And then the back eye, you just gotta press that twice. You can also just change the lighting from different things. This is the Matrix one. You could have reactive, so like that's, push a button. You could have custom Yeti mode, which it just goes from a really light blue and then turns white in places. That one's actually pretty cool. I might turn that one on. Static, just basic color. Color wave. I don't think. Okay, it's not working. Tornado. So there's that. Breathing. Oh, we already showed the reactive. I'm going to switch back to the Matrix for now. The volume for like your headset and stuff, you could adjust that here as well. You can adjust the brightness of the lights, PC info, so like your temps and stuff, or CPU usage. Well, actually, I think this just is usages. I don't think it does that, but it can also see how fast your internet is. Crisp internet. See how much RAM is using. So 33% of RAM at the moment, because all it is running that. I'm not sure what that is, so if you know. And then custom. I don't know what custom does either. But this keyboard comes in different switches, though. These are the blue switches. Here, blue switches. You can get red, brown, then they're like silver and pink. I don't know what the difference is. I know that blue's more clicky, red's a little quieter, brown's a little quieter. They have different react times and all that different shit. And then here's my mic with a little baby Groot. It's kind of actually scary when he's looking at you. But this is the HyperX Quadcast S. So this is the one with the customizable lights. Let's move that out of the way. It's not a bad mic. I love this mic. You can use it for anything that requires PC. I think you could use it on your PlayStation as well. I don't know. I have a PlayStation 5. I just don't use it on my setup. But yeah, it's a really good mic. I like how you could just touch the side here and it mutes and unmutes. The arm, my dad kind of just got the arm for me. Nothing real too big. We also have my spiffy little phone charger here that tells the time. It can charge your phone, watch, and then earbuds. And then we have my Xbox controller here. Speaking of the Xbox, it's actually mounted. Don't mind the mess on that table. But it's actually mounted right under the desk here. And then, funny story about this hard drive. So this hard drive for the Xbox that holds like all my games and shit was actually on this side before. And I couldn't get the screws under here to go on. So what I had done is I just put on some really strong double-sided tape. Put the bracket for the Series X just, right there. Put the double-sided tape where the screws would go. And then put double-sided tape on this. Turns out it did not hold very well. And the Xbox actually fell off onto a dog bed, thank God. And the hard drive was still here. And the cable just ripped out. I mean, it's fine now. But the fact that happened, fucking wild. And then, we actually have a new desk. By the way, this also has a removable wrist rest, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and move that. And coaster. That's for my new phone. But see, I made it all by myself. I sanded it and everything. I feel so proud. Except where some of the paint is, it feels a little rough. Like these black tendrils here, they feel pretty good, but like where that spider is, it feels a little rough. Granted, though, I ain't an artist, mainly when it comes to paint, so I did the best I could. But, I don't know. I feel like it turned out pretty good. I've also been debating about flipping my PC from that side to that side. But, I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. When it comes to the setup in the future, though, I'm going to stick with these peripherals. For now, I'm actually going to change my headset from the SteelSeries Arctis 7s, and I'm going to try to get the Nova Pros. Just so then I don't have to unplug the cable from the back of the PC and then plug it into the Xbox, because that's just going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm going to try to change that. And then I'm going to try to go for a triple monitor setup. Except I don't know how I want to perform it. I don't know if I want to put another one up there Then one on the side. I don't know if I want to go full TIE Fighter. I don't know what I want to do with it. Once again, the PC upgrades. It's going to get a Ryzen 9 7000 series CPU. It's going to get a new AIO. That one is, I'm going to buy this next Friday. I'm going to try to get the Lian Li one if I can. But according to Amazon, if I were to order it today, which I don't have the money for at the moment, but if I were to order it today, it would get here in April. Like end of April. It's almost March. So that would be a while. And then once again, the RAM's going to have to be switched out of that as well. As for the Xbox, I want to change it from the S to the X for the simple fact that the X has a 1 terabyte storage, so I could download more X and S games. That, and it's more powerful because it can run 8K instead of just 1440p. And also the light down there, not the best cable management, I know, but I tried my best. Okay, the light down there, this will be like the 5th time I put that up, so I'm gonna try to get light bars to go on each side, and then I'm also going to get speakers. See how I'm a religious SteelSeries fan. You know, mouse pad is where's the thingy? SteelSeries mouse pad, mouse, headset. I was thinking I might get the SteelSeries Arena 9, I think is what it is. It's the one with the 2 main speakers, the 2 back speakers, the middle speaker, and then the subwoofer. I'm thinking of getting that one, but that's $500, so that's gonna have to wait a tad bit. But I mean, yeah, that's about it for the setup upgrade, or the setup update, really. A lot has changed, and if I can edit this and put a picture of the old setup, I will. If you want to see the old setup, there is a video on my YouTube, or there's also a thumbnail of it somewhere on my on this channel. But I mean, that's gonna be about it. And in case you're wondering what I'm using to record about this, just in case you hear all the backlighting and shit, or the back shit, which is my heater and all that, I'm using the new S23 Ultra. It's pretty fucking smooth so far. But yeah, like and subscribe or something, I don't know. And I'll go fuck myself.